Hello, 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 everyone. Marie here. If you haven't met me yet, I'm back. I look a bit different. Changed my hair color. But we are going to continue with some transportation phrasal verbs today. Now, these are hard. All phrasal verbs are hard. And I'm going to explain to you today why they are so important and why you need them or need to use them at least. If you're studying English, native speakers use them all the time and they are super confusing. So what I'm going to do today is continue on our previous lesson. Now, if you want to watch the first one, you can see it here on Facebook. Just check out our videos on Fluentala. You can also see it on YouTube. So this, when I'm done with this live lesson, I'm going to post it on YouTube as well. So you can go and watch it there. And it is interactive. If you want to comment, if you want to take part in our lesson, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And this is what we are working with today. So I have a list of 10 new phrasal verbs that I want to help you with. Now, before we start, I want to go back and just explain why phrasal verbs are so difficult. So let's start with the form. They generally consist of 2 or 3 words, and they have a verb and they have a preposition. So the way I remember what is a preposition, right there, a position word. So for example, in, out, on, off, around. Those are all position words. Okay, now who uses them? Like I said, native English speakers use them all the time. And I was telling one of my students this week that I was watching a crime documentary, an English crime documentary, and I noticed how many phrasal verbs they use just in general. So I decided to count in like a 5-minute window. I counted all the different phrasal verbs used, and these are not repeated. They're all different phrasal verbs. I counted 36 different phrasal verbs used in 5 minutes. Now, if you don't know phrasal verbs, you will probably have no idea what the person is actually saying. So phrasal verbs are found in music, English music, in movies, in all your Netflix series that you watch. They're everywhere. So this is very important for you to learn and start to use it as soon as possible. So what I have found in the past, the easiest way to study phrasal verbs is to do it by category. The reason I say this is one phrasal verb can have multiple meanings. So instead of studying one phrasal verb and all their meanings, I feel that it's easier to remember if you study it according to their category or the topic or the context of where it's used in. The other reason they're so hard is they contain verbs. And as you know, verbs change depending on if they're regular or irregular verbs. And also when we use perfect tenses, then you're going to use verb 3, which is the most difficult to use. The other reason they're difficult, some of these phrasal verbs are separable. That means you can separate these 2 words and you can put your object in the middle of these 2 words. But the problem is only some of them are separable and others are not. So that needs to be memorized. You need to know which ones you can separate and which ones you cannot. And then the last reason they're hard, depending on the country, like the US, Canada, South Africa, New Zealand, the UK, some of them are more popular than in other countries. Okay, but like I said, today we're doing transportation phrasal verbs, and here is our list. So let's get into it. I have these phrasal verbs in purple, and we're going to match them to the orange. And then we're going to practice them in real time, and I'll show you a great trick that you can use. Okay, so let's start with hold up. Now remember, phrasal verbs do not necessarily mean what you think they mean. Here is an example. Hold up. So you probably know the word hold as in to hold something in your hands. And you might think hold up means this, like you're holding something up above your head. It does mean that, but it has another meaning. When you're talking about transportation, hold up means there is a delay when you're traveling. So for example, if you travel to another country and you have to stand there and wait to get your passport stamped at immigration, sometimes it takes a really long time. Sometimes there are thousands of people trying to get through immigration. And you thought, oh, it's going to take me an hour, and then it takes you 3 hours to get through immigration. Then you can say, I was held up at immigration. Irregular verb. Hold up, held up, past. Or a holding. This is a separable verb, a phrasal verb. So you can say immigration was holding me up. Difficult, right? But don't worry, we're going to practice this. Okay, the next one we're going to do is turn back or turn around. Now, yes, turn around means you turn around. But when you're talking about traveling, it means you're going back to where your journey began due to specific reasons. Now, you're traveling internationally, you have everything packed, you're ready to go, you get in the Uber or your car and you're on your way to the airport, and then you realize, I forgot my passport at home. That means you need to stop, turn back or turn around and go get your passport before you can continue. Another reason you might have to turn back or to turn around is maybe there was a big storm and a tree fell over the road. You cannot continue that way. So you need to take another route. It's another reason you might have to turn around. Okay, the next one, come across. This is a nice one. I use it all the time. If you come across something or someone, it means you accidentally see or experience something. So that means this experience or what you saw was not planned. It was not in your diary. It was not in your schedule. It was an accident. By chance, you saw a person, or by chance, you found an amazing restaurant while you were walking around in Italy. Okay, next one, run over. It's not a very nice one, but it does have to do with transportation. And this is always used with a car or a truck or a taxi, a smaller kind of vehicle, not a train. Or well, could be used for a train, but that rarely happens. So if you run over something, it means you were using a vehicle, you hit, and then, so if maybe it was an animal, unfortunately, or a person, even worse, you're going in the car, you hit something, and then you drive over it. This means to run over something. Okay, is a criminal offense, by the way. Next one. When you drop someone or something off. This is a separable phrasal verb. Okay, now you know the word drop. Usually with your hand, you drop something. In this case, it is not your hand. It is when you take someone in a car or a taxi or something and you leave it there. So for example, if you're going to the airport or the train station, you might take an Uber, and that Uber driver is going to drop you off at the airport. They're taking you there and they're leaving you there to continue on your travels. Or your friend might drive you to the airport, then they also drop you off at the airport. Okay, next up we have the opposite of drop someone off is to pick someone up. Again, you would think it's with your hand. You pick up a pen. In this case, in transport, it means you are going somewhere to collect someone by car or taxi or Uber. So maybe you're coming back from a holiday or a business trip, and your parents come to the airport with their car and they pick you up to drive you home. All right, next one is break down. This is a great phrasal verb. So it is used when a vehicle or a machine stops working. So we could use this to talk about a person who is very stressed and cannot work anymore because of the stress. You could also say the person broke down. It's an irregular verb. Or maybe you take the bus to work and the bus breaks. Then you can explain to your boss, you can say, I'm so sorry I'm late, but the bus broke down, or my car broke down. Means it stopped working. Okay, the next one you probably heard many times before, to hurry up. To move or do something more quickly. So generally this is used as an instruction, like hurry up, we need to go. Means you're telling someone to not be slow and be faster. Okay, next one. Oh, not rook. Typo. Look around. Look around. Yes, it means this. But when you're traveling and you're looking around, it means you're exploring maybe a city or an area. So one of my favorite cities that I've explored in my life was Barcelona. I loved it because you're walking down the street and there is so much to do and see, and you look around, just amazing everywhere. I loved it. Okay, the last one we're going to do is to get away. Now, again, this one has multiple meanings. Generally, it is used when you don't want to be bothered by someone or something, and you say, get away. It means similar to go away. But in this case, it means you're taking a holiday or a vacation somewhere else, and just to have fun, to relax. Okay, so what we're going to do now is practice this. Now, this is the best way I have found to practice these. You'll see it's color-coded. The reason it's color-coded is we're going to make different kinds of sentences. Red is going to be our negative sentences. Negative meaning there should be the word not in your sentence somewhere. Okay, yellow is going to be our question forms. And green is going to be our affirmative or positive sentences or statements. Okay, so as we go along, I will help you. I will show you how it's commonly used. So let's start with our first negative one here, hold up. Now remember, irregular verb. So if you are talking to someone and you want to explain why there was a delay while you were traveling, you could say, I couldn't, here's your not, I couldn't attend the meeting because I was held up at the airport. This is the perfect way to explain to someone why you are late. Okay, number 2, turn back. So remember I said this is when you need to return because maybe you forgot something or there was a natural disaster. And we're making this a question form. So the best way to do this is using question words like who, what, why, how, those question words. So maybe you want to ask someone, what happened? Why we were supposed to meet at 3, you were not there. You can ask them, why did you have to turn back? And the person might say, I forgot my passport at home, or I forgot to lock the front door. Okay, next one we're going to do is come across. This is the one that I really like. Okay, come across in a positive statement. So the example I gave earlier was that I really love Barcelona. And this is a true story. I once got lost in Barcelona. This was before Google Maps and smartphones. I didn't have a map with me, not very smart, but I was walking around the city and I got lost, but I really enjoyed it because if you do get lost, you find amazing things sometimes by accident. It wasn't planned. So in my case, we're using the past tense now. So come changes to came. Came across this amazing restaurant in Barcelona. And I would not have found this place if I didn't get lost. So it was a good find for me. Okay, run over. This is the one that's not very nice, is when you hit and go over an animal or person. We're using it in the negative now. So we need the word not. So in this case, I'm going to say, someone ran, irregular verb, ran over the rabbit down the street. But it wasn't me. Oops, wasn't me. There is your not. It wasn't me. Okay, next one. Drop someone or something off, separable verb, phrasal verb. And we're doing question form. So maybe you can ask someone to do this for you. You can ask, could you please drop me off train station? That means, could you please take me in your car and leave me at the train station? Okay, next one. The opposite of drop someone off is pick someone up. And in a positive statement, we can say, I had to pick my brother up from the airport. That means I took my car, I drove to the airport, I collected him, he's in the car, and then we went home. Right, next one, breakdown. This is when a vehicle or a machine stops working because there's a problem with it. In the negative now, and we use the word not. So maybe my car did not break down morning, but it did last week. Okay, moving on to the next one. Hurry up in a question form. So there are many modal verbs you can use with different degrees of politeness. So in this case, if you want to be polite, to ask someone to be a little quicker, you can say, could you please hurry up? Could you do that faster? Imagine you're late for your flight. And you can say, oh, could you please hurry up? Okay, next one, look around to explore a place, and we're making it a positive statement. So maybe you're traveling to the US for business, but you want to see what's there. You want to experience the town or the city. You can say, I want to look around the city before I go home. And the last one here, to get away. And remember, this is to take a holiday or to take some time off away from where you usually are. Let's use the present perfect in the negative form to explain to someone that you need a vacation and it's been a long time since you took any free time or holiday or leave. Then you can say, I haven't. Now, the past perfect verb 3 of get is gotten. I haven't gotten away for the longest time. And that means I haven't been on holiday. I didn't have any free time or holidays for a very, very long time. So this person is complaining. Okay, if you have any questions, please type it up. I will be more than happy to answer. What we're going to do now is a little quiz. I want to see how well you can remember these. Now, if you're an ESL student, I would encourage you to use this website. It is called Wordwall, and it has some great quizzes. You can just go on Google and type up like transport phrasal verbs or furniture or feelings, whatever you're studying. Go and do this. It's great. So we're going to do this one together. All right. The first one we have is, let's see. So they're giving us a sentence and you need to add the correct phrasal verb. So the sentence is, just wondering if you've ever this woman. I think it has something to do with seeing someone accidentally not planned. So I think it is, which, I got the wrong, I clicked on the wrong. Okay, the previous one, I think, was come across, but I made a mistake, my bad. Okay, let's do the next one. Now I have to find my passport and the border. What do you think this could be? Take off the border? No. Pick up? No. Make for? Could be make for. Make for means you go in the direction of. So maybe it's this one. See off the border? No. Check out? No. Drop off? No. Come from? Go around? Head for? Head for and make for is very similar. I wonder which one they think it is. Let's try head for. It was head for. Okay. Next question. You need to let it go, and I think this is move on. Now, move on has different meanings. In this case, their sentence is not about transportation. It is about emotional, how you're feeling about something, and then you're continuing with your life. So in this case, it's going to be move on, I think. Yay. Okay, next question. If you want to the country, you need to do it the legal way. That's true. So I think it should be, if you want to, should either be get into the country or, now is it get into or get in? What's the difference? Get in, like with our previous lesson, is for entering a smaller vehicle. And get into, wonder if this quiz is correct. Okay. I've never done this quiz before. You and I are doing it for the first time. Okay, I'm about to leave. Can I you somewhere on my way home? I think this person is giving a lift to someone in their car. That means taking them in their car and dropping them off somewhere. So I think it is, can I drop you off somewhere? Here we go. Okay, next one. My parents me at the airport. I think this is the opposite of drop off, which should be pick up. Let's see. That's weird. Okay, let's try the next one. Will seem scary, but it's safe. I think this is when an airplane departs. Some people are very scared of airplanes. So I think when an airplane departs, it takes off. So let's see if this is correct. Okay, next up. Could you the room and take pictures? The women at the table. That is grammatically not right. Could you? I think it's go around. That means to go in a circle. Yes. Okay, next one is she, Italy. I think it is comes from. That means she originates from. There we go. Next one is he banged his head on the car as he was. I think he hit his head on the car as he was getting in the car. Let's see. Yeah, he was getting in. That happens to me a lot. I'm clumsy. Okay, they split up and the man, the subway. Okay, so this means the person is going in the direction of the subway. So I think it is make for. There we go. Okay, next one. We usually for the summer. Go on holiday. I think it's go away. Yes. And next, make sure you take your belongings when you. Okay, now this can be, there are two options that could be correct here. So it could be check out. So that means when you leave a hotel, or it could be set off. Set off means you start a journey, but I think it should be check out. What? What happened? Let's see what I did wrong. Okay, this is the first one. I said it right, but I clicked wrong. And then, both of these could be correct, by the way. Parents can pick you up at the airport or see you off. Say goodbye. And both of these can also be correct. So it's not my fault. Both of them could be correct. Okay, we are done for today. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you made notes. If you haven't, watch it again. You're going to use this a lot. And I hope it helps you. I'm sure it will. Hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll do another Faux Fluentella show. I would love to do it again. I'm organizing that as we speak. So I hope you tune in next time as well, and have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.